So I've only been walking about 5-6 minutes, and way up there where this lane is you can see a flag flying. Just beyond that I can already see the stones. I can see them.
Travel with LisaMH, pack my bags, come explore with me. From historic halls to quiet streets, every place has stories to me. Cemeteries, landmarks, memories, old stone paths and mysteries. I follow wonder wherever I am. Curiosity is my compass.
Hey guys, so we're going to come and have a look at Stonehenge today. It's a World Heritage Site, exactly as it says on the sign there. It's a world famous prehistoric monument located on Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, which is in England. So it was constructed in stages beginning over 5,000 years ago. The monument consists of a complex ring of massive standing stones, including 25-ton sarzens transported from 20 miles away and smaller bluestones brought from over 140 miles away in Wales. While its exact origin remains a mystery, extensive archaeological evidence, I can't speak, so shows that it functioned both as a sophisticated astronomical calendar, perfectly aligned with the summer and winter solstices, and as a sacred burial ground. Today it stands as a UNESCO World Heritage Site and premier symbol of ancient engineering. Now, Stonehenge, if you want to go and look around a museum and get a distant view of the stones, then you can pay the National Heritage Trust £34.50 per person to do so, plus £4 parking. That's if you're not a member. But it might be a bit of a walk, but we have parked in Willoughby Road, which is just down there, for free, street parking, and we're going to walk. We're going to walk down and see Stonehenge exactly the same as everybody else who pays to go and see it will be seeing it. The only difference is we're not going to the museum. Well, does that matter? We'll see. So let's go and see Stonehenge. I don't know how far the walk is. I think it's about 15-20 minute walk, but I don't mind walking. If you like walking, it's a beautiful area. Look at this. And it's a nice day today. So let's go and see it. So I've only been walking about 5-6 minutes, and way up there where this lane is you can see a flag flying. Just beyond that I can already see the stones. I can see them. Do not pay £34.50 to the National Heritage to go and see Stonehenge when you can see them by walking along a public bridleway. I'm sorry, National Trust, you do a good job. You maintain all these things, the different castles and stuff, but you charge a lot of money. It's ridiculous. I don't know what that's all about. There you go. There's loads of them. Look. On there. Very strange. So we walked along this pathway. It is about 15-20 minutes, and then just before the controlled area with the National Trust, there's a little public footpath. That's where we're walking. So you will see what I mean is that the difference of where you're standing compared to where you would stand if you were paying to come and see Stonehenge. The only bonus is you do get a shuttle bus, but actually if you're able to walk and you don't mind a walk, then you don't need to pay. Simple as that. And we're going to see Stonehenge exactly as all these paying people are seeing it. So They're all the people that have paid £34.50 if they weren't members. And this is where we are, and we didn't have to pay. But actually, you can see the stones. Stonehenge, guys. And I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see a bit closer. So that is it. It's a ring of stones. Marvellous stones. It's amazing. It's a very historical site, but it's just a ring of stones. That's a slightly different vantage point. There you go. You don't need to pay to come and see these.
That's the one I think said 72.
Where that crowd is as close as you can get. Just over there. Because they are protected, because they kept being vandalised. But as far as I'm aware, they do tours either of before the main opening time and after the main opening time, where you can pay extra and you can go walk around amongst the stones. But you know, really, I don't know. I just don't see why we should have to pay so much to go and see the stones. And before anybody comes at me, I'm not saying that these stones shouldn't be protected. They need to be protected because people damage them. So I'm saying charge people to come and see them, but be reasonable with your charges. And then don't charge £4 on top of that for parking for an hour or so, because that's just not right. But I love the fact that these stones are protected. They are a national heritage and should be. But why do people have to pay so much to come and see them? That's my rant. That's the stones. It's absolutely awesome and absolutely ancient, and I bloody well love it. Getting even closer. Look at that. These mobile phones are great, aren't they? They're absolutely great. What do you think about this then, guys? It's pretty awesome, eh? It's pretty awesome. I don't know how they moved those stones, how they got them here. It's just nuts. All those years ago. Wow. So there you have it, guys. That's Stonehenge. We are going to walk back, and I'll record the walk back so you can see how far it is. So all the vehicles that are parked along this road, I don't know how they get there, or if they're charged to park up there. It looks like campers, because that road is blocked off by national heritage even. So they direct you straight into their car park. But this is the public bridle path or public footpath. It's not an unpleasant walk in all honesty, but the day is a bit nicer than it has been. It's slightly breezy, but it ain't a bad walk. You can see people's in the field all over there. These are the public, the people that have paid to come and see Stonehenge. But we're now going to make our way back down to the car. guessing that you can drive further up here rather than parking on the street. But I don't know the legality of it or how. Or if you have to pay to come up and park this area. But I will look for some signs or something when I get down the bottom. But it's pretty uneven ground and pretty bumpy further down. But I mean, unless they've come from that way, I don't know how they would have got here. The way they're facing would suggest they've come from the bottom up. I'm rambling, I just don't know. Anyway, back to the walk. Hello, excuse me sir, are you local? Yeah. Is it okay to drive up this road generally, or do they have to pay to park here?
No,
So you can bring the car up?
most people sort of stop and stay on the other side, so you tend to choose the travellers this side, but that's up to you where you stay.
But you can sort of drive from down there up here, can you?
Yeah, straight to us. Yeah. And you can go from the 303, but don't do it the other way.
Don't do it the other way because they
Yeah,
stop.
then you've got to slow down the traffic if you do anyway. It's better that way.
Oh, awesome. Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you.
time.
Right.
Cheers.
Oh, byway door, you're allowed to stay on the byway.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Have a great day.
Just excuse the campers.
Right guys, so you know, you don't even have to walk that far. This is a road covered by local byways, basically. You can camp here for 3 nights, providing you have toilet facilities, free of charge. You can also drive up here from the bottom, so Willoughby Road, I'll check the spelling and everything, but Willoughby Road, you don't have to walk the distance that we've just walked. You can drive up a bit further and park along this road. Now what he's saying is that some people don't, because a lot of these guys and girls here may be travellers, may not be. But if you're just parking for half an hour or so, you saw how far we come down, so this road goes up quite far. You can then just have a short walk to where the stones are, which are, can you see my finger, which are over there. So you can come up even further and park here. Well, there you go.
It's literally a stone's throw away. So, yeah.
But equally, if you want to walk, you can walk. It was a nice walk. But there you go. So I found out from a relative local what the gen is, because actually seeing all these cars parked along here, I figured they had to be able to come up here. So it's a public road, not governed by the National Trust. And also, if you come in from the A303, you can come up the other side from the top, bypassing the National Trust, diverting you into their car park. I'm hoping the camera's picking up the sound of the birds. There you have it, guys. That was our trip to Stonehenge. Worth going to see for sure. Don't pay to go and see it unless you want the museum. And technically you don't really have to park all the way down here. You can drive up through that gate when it's open, of course, and just keep driving and then park on the verges, which are further up. So if you have mobility issues and you can't do the walk, there you go. That's what you need to do, or that's what you could do. Okay guys, so we are looking at Woodhenge, and I'm going to read you the information. So we are about 2 miles, which is 3.2 kilometres northeast of Stonehenge. It's a this is a key part of Stonehenge and Avebury World Heritage Site. So the age of this is around 2500 BC, making it roughly contemporary with the main stone circles at Stonehenge. And for centuries it was ploughed flat and thought to be a simple burial mound known locally as dough cover. And it was rediscovered from the air in 1925 by an RAF pilot who noticed dark concentric crop marks in a wheat field. It was evacuated between 1926 and 1928 by pioneering archaeologists Ben and Maud Cunnington. So the layout of structure. Woodhenge is a class 2 henge, meaning it features an earthen bank on the outside and a ditch on the inside, with a single entrance facing the northeast. So once upon a time it used to be timber rings and stood inside the earthwork. It was made up of 168 massive upright oak posts. The largest timbers were placed in the middle rings and would have required deep ramps to hoist into place. And what you see today, because obviously the wood rotted away, the Cunningtons placed concrete markers on the grass to show exactly where the original posts once stood, matching their relative sizes. Apparently excavations also uncovered evidence that at least a few standing stones were integrated into the wooden structure, suggesting a transitional design. And whilst nobody knows exactly what rituals took place, archaeologists have formed several compelling theories based on what was left behind. So solstice alignment, like Stonehenge. The long axis of Woodhenge's oval rings aligns with the midsummer solstice sunrise and the midwinter solstice sunset. Feasting. Excavations uncovered massive quantities of grooved ware pottery and animal bones, predominantly pig, indicating that Woodhenge was a major site for communal gatherings, celebrations and feastings. A central pit contained the skeleton of a young child, and originally interpreted by the Cunningtons as a sacrificial offering due to a split skull. Nice. Modern experts believe the skull likely fractured under the natural pressure of earth over centuries. A teenager's remains were also found buried near the ditch entrance. And we're going to go in and have a look. There's some information over there too. But let's go and check it out. And street parking along here. Just follow the signs from Stonehenge. And you can park along the road here. And this is a free entrance, you don't pay. And there's Adam C from Hidden Jackpots. Let's go and have a look round. Lots of sheep over there, can you see the sheep? Lots of sheep. Quite a popular area also, lots of people stopping by. It is the English heritage. But they're not charging for visiting here. Oops, uneven ground. So that's pretty cool that the Cunningtons preserved this area by placing stone where the markings were. Oh, there she is. There is Maud Cunnington by the looks of it. So you are standing at an entrance to a timber monument with 6 oval rings of posts built at about the same time as Stonehenge. The wooden posts were a variety of sizes, with those in the largest ring marked by red pillars, possibly standing up to 9 metres tall. The oval rings were broadly aligned in the direction of midsummer sunrise and midwinter sunset, the same as Stonehenge. So you might be able to make out a low ditch and bank to your left and right. Hard to tell really. And this is a henge built to enclose the site. 2 standing stones, probably sarsen, were also added to the monument. We do not know how Woodhenge was used, but people placed many objects and animal bones among the posts. So there you go, and here it is, Woodhenge. We can walk amongst the stones. So you can see it's in a circle. It's all the way around. If only, they say if walls could talk, if only the ground could speak, eh? That would be awesome to hear the stories first hand from the ground. Wow. So definitely a historic site, and I'm really pleased that the RAF pilot noticed it. That must have been a good dig. Come and see them finding all the earthenware, the pottery, and not so nice finding the little girl's skull, but this is what you'll see. Now if you want something sort of really exciting and loud and I know bright lights and everything, then don't come here, because all this is, I'm saying all this is just a very peaceful historic site that's related to Stonehenge. And quite honestly, I love it. Plan of rings. So you see the bigger ones that would have been on in the red there. That's how they've marked it. Woodhenge, so called because it was originally a wooden structure of the type similar to Stonehenge. Probably set up during the Bronze Age, possibly for a religious purpose. The concrete posts mark the position of the original timbers. The 6 concentric rings are indicated in different colours on the plan. The rings are oval, with the long axis pointing to the rising sun on Midsummer Day. And the red concrete posts, which do not form part of any of the rings, and a burial. The red concrete posts, which do not form part of the rings, and a burial near the centre, are shown in black on the plan. A bank with the ditch on the inner side surrounded the monument, which was entered by a causeway on the north-east. There you have it.
It's right north.
Yeah.
Compass.
Yep.
I think I thought it was lying.
So the burial is probably there. That's that stone that we just passed. Wow. Gives me goosebumps thinking of the people that have walked in this ground for whatever purpose it was used for. those people paved our way today, didn't they? And we are here because of them. Wow. Woodhenge, ladies and gentlemen, Woodhenge. Absolutely awesome. And there is no fence keeping you out or keeping you away. And now we are going somewhere else. Hope you enjoyed the little look at Stonehenge and Woodhenge. I'm now going to some more ruins called Old Sarum. And we will do a video there too to show you those. So guys, if you love historic sites, follow along. Give the video a like if you don't mind. Share it if you want to. And I will see you at the next video. Thank you. So just around the Woodhenge site there are a few information plaques. There's one at the other side of Woodhenge there, and then this one here just gives you some information about the area, what you could see, what to look for. Pretty interesting stuff. And also there are some really good walking trails around here, so if you like walking, then you'll love it here. Wow. Such beautiful landscape as well, and quite historically significant. It really is. Stonehenge there. So there is a museum in Wiltshire, in Devices, where you could go and check out all the bits and bobs that they've found in the area. Probably if you've got time to do that, that's probably recommended, to be fair. That's it, I'm off.